Hi everyone, my name is John. I have been instructed to do some personal video logs during my experience of the 7 days of solo cooking. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm expecting me to make a few mistakes.
Okay, sometimes it's really hard to catch like the funniest moments naturally on video when they happen.
I'm having a brain fart.
Say blah 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 blah.
Blah 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 blah. Blah
But
blah
pay
blah
attention to the camera.
blah blah blah.
I need like 10 good seconds of you pretending that you're not. Come on, John. John.
Ah! Hey, hey! What is this? It smells like dough.
Teaching John slowly how to cook dishes, but it's more so like maybe I do it like once a week or maybe a few times out the month type of thing. And I knew that every time he cooked, I was going to have to watch over him and teach him, and I didn't want to because I'm a little impatient.
And that part. Hey, back up! No! No!
I try not to kill you. No! But yeah, so then I realized that I should just do it because it'll be the funniest thing ever if I did it.
Cook a chicken! And a walk. I'm walking.
Like I said, she was the one who taught me how to cook, and it wasn't something like, oh, come in here while I'm in the kitchen. It was that, you know, she had a routine. She let me see her routine. She woke me up early in the morning, around 7 o'clock. Ever since maybe I was like, since I can remember, she would cook breakfast, and I'd watch her, and where I'd get ready, and she's still cooking, I'd watch her, and she'd take me grocery shopping with her, and that's how I learned. She didn't talk much during these times. She talked a lot, but not what she was doing. So I just observed for years. I just watched her, and I retained a lot of that. So I learned how to pick peas and beans and prep them the hard way, and didn't really get the frozen stuff. And then she, you know, I just watched her. I remember she had this stool that she sit. I remember she used to have this stool that she sit in at the table or at the counter, and it was always by the sink or by the counter. So she, because her back would hurt her a lot, so she'd sit down and I just watch her, or she'd watch Lifetime. She loved Lifetime. She loved the Golden Girls. It was her favorite show, and you know, she would do things and I would help. She would show me how to do one little thing, and I'd help her. So maybe one day it was peeling potatoes and shucking corn, and maybe next time it was actually me, like her seeing like wash it and prepare it and make sure everything's clean. The next day is actually cooking it, and her telling me like various cooking times and how to start a stove and to make sure the pilot light's not out, stuff like that. My grandmother taught me a lot, actually, now that I think about it. And yeah, I don't like that she's saying that she's tired, and that I guess it's ironic that the first time I'd seen her in 6 years was the last time she was going to cook for the family. Starting this Christmas, my aunt, her daughter, will be cooking, and after Christmas, the Christmas after that, I will be helping with the meal for our family, and it's always been like one of those mini dreams I've had to cook for my family, and they all sit around at the kitchen enjoy my food. But I guess I didn't think about my grandmother getting old. I always just figured out she would just be kind of there, just there. So I guess that's one of the things that I learned about me. As far as this assignment goes, it's more so about my being connected to my family and passing on something. just the reason why I cook. It was different to just let John kind of do what he wanted to do as far as recipes and understanding that he may not do something a certain way that I do it because he's different.
I do cook actually, not a whole lot, but there's a few things I do know how to make, and primarily I've learned them from my mother. I mean, she did do a lot of the cooking in the house, and not just her, but my dad too as well. He does a lot of cooking as well, and I did learn a couple of things from him as well.
I do cook on occasion, and my auntie taught me how to cook since I moved in with her. Plus, everybody in the house cooks, so it's a mandatory thing.
The person who primarily cooks in the house is me.
My uncle, best cook in the house.
I'm the primary cook in my family. My husband makes some really good scrambled eggs, but that's about it.
Here we are at IHOP because John didn't feel like cooking.
I'm tired.
And that's it. Here's his face. Here's his face.
I'm sleepy. I don't want to cook. And this happens on a regular basis on occasion too. Well,
How does that happen on a regular basis on occasion?
because let me think about that one. I didn't word it right.
So you just don't want to cook?
I want to. I don't know.
I like baking, actually. I like to make, like, cakes and stuff like that. Cookies and brownies, of course, because it just makes you feel good.
I do like cooking because it's relaxing. Sometimes it's a challenge. It gets your adrenaline going if you're against the clock or you don't know exactly how something's going to turn out.
So, here we are. We're going to rush to the car. My hair's messier than normal. And hopefully it doesn't rain again because I left my umbrella in the house because it's smart. And John's calmer than me. Look at him. He's calm. He's poised. He's on the hunt. He doesn't care. Nothing can get in his way. His hair is amazing. And yeah. So we're going to see how this goes. Alright. We're going to do lemongrass chicken with roasted fruits and vegetables. And I forgot to check to see if we have balsamic vinegar. So, well, here we go.
How was you? No, I don't have any experience. Do you have any fond memories centered around cooking or food? Cookouts? Because cookouts are probably like the funnest time when you're eating food. Because you get to enjoy the food and your family and friends.
That was my experience. I have had it at the restaurant. I used to be paid to prepare meals for people who were about to leave and they're moving out of their homes. I didn't like it because then I felt like I couldn't really experiment and have fun. I felt more pressured about if someone was going to like it because I'm getting paid for something. I wouldn't do it again. Ever. It's easier if you cook something and then you're kind of giving it away for free because then, you know, someone doesn't like it and it's like, well, I don't care because I cooked it and I paid for it.
I have a lot of memories centered on cooking, but my fondest one is probably when I was about 5 or 6 years old and I was doing the cliche, make your mom breakfast in bed for Mother's Day. So I made her scrambled eggs, and it was probably the only thing I did right. I cracked the eggs. I got shell in the eggs. I picked out the shells as I was pouring her glass of orange juice, so she got egg all over her orange juice cup. I had no idea how to make coffee, so I don't know, coffee grounds and water is how I thought coffee was supposed to go. I burnt the toast, which made me cry, but of course she claimed that she loved everything and it was wonderful, so that's my favorite memory.
That one time whenever I was at the hospital, I ordered sloppy joes for lunch, and I was really excited that I was going to get sloppy joes. My mom told me that I was going to be able to eat there, and then whenever we finally got home, I don't know what my mom did, but she left, and then I was just there with my grandma crying because I was hungry, and I really wanted that sloppy joe. And my grandma, my great grandma, cooked sloppy joes for me, and we just talked about life and stuff like that. I just remember sitting around the dinner table talking with my grandma and my great grandma about a lot of stuff about life.
Anything that's kind of challenging, I like doing. So I don't have really a set style. I guess my default would be Southern comfort food. I enjoy cooking Southern comfort food, especially because a lot of people think that it's unhealthy. It's not. It depends on what ingredient, everything depends on what ingredients you use and how you prepare things. Southern comfort can be very healthy if you do it right. I definitely do want to cook because I want my future children to see that it's important to know how to prepare your own meals. That was probably my saving grace when I first joined the military and in college. A lot of people my age didn't know how to fend for themselves or how to shop appropriately or save money, and I had that skill set. But I'd hire a part-time chef to cook on the days that I had to work, but the majority of the time I probably would still cook and definitely would still bake a lot.
First thing that comes to mind is ramen, because I really like ramen a lot.
When I hear the word cooking, I think of like cooking shows and like chefs and what's his name? Gordon Ramsay, who like yells at people. And I imagine like things like stir fry. I also think of my grandmother and how we used to gather around the kitchen table and we used to like watch her cook or help her out a little bit, and the women in my family would stay in the kitchen and the men in the family would probably go into the den or the living room to talk about sports or the game or their jobs and their life or their ideas and philosophy and everything, and the women more so stuck to like the spiritual things or philosophy or more cooking or changing recipes or figuring out what the kids are up to. So I think of like family getting together and changing things.
When I hear cooking, the first thing that comes to mind is if I set something out for dinner and I didn't. And I always forget to.
I think to me, first thing that comes to mind is, well, obviously food, the way it tastes, and probably just where it comes from, I guess, the memories behind it.
Next question is if I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to finally learning. So, be able to get that out the way. I've always thought about taking like some kind of class, but I just no. I don't know why. I just haven't. Next one. As far as being in charge of cooking, I don't want to give anyone food poisoning. That's like I say that every now and then just as a joke, but in a way I'm serious because yeah, I'm really worried about it because I don't really have an eye for cooking in general. So what if something comes out undercooked, and like it's just me, who's gonna be able to like tell me like, hey, no, it's not yet, so it's kind of flying on my own. But hopefully these next 7 days are going to be learning experience, Hopefully no one needs to take any kind of medication afterwards, That'd be nice. But, I don't know. Now, from what I understand, I'm still going to have assistance. Yeah, she's still going to coach me through everything, kind of, so I'm a little bit relieved by that. So, we'll see how things go. Alright, bye.
But I did enjoy this assignment. If anything, I enjoyed this assignment because I found out a lot about myself, as far as why I do things and the way that I do them and my strange obsession for having control.